everybody. Happy Sunday. I know there's like 10 live streams going on right now, and what is that light coming from? And I don't want to interrupt any of them. I tried to go and support all the ones that, I love. Hey, Sonia. But I've got a real limited time that I was planning on coming on. So I apologize to Randy and to Angie the Nocturnal. I love you guys. I'm not trying to overstep y'all, but I figure people can come and listen to me after they have been in your stream. So, I'm not expecting a whole lot of people, but maybe people will come by later. And that's what my hope is. And, everybody is frustrated. Oh, you know what it is? It's that light coming from back there. I don't know. I'm in the yoga room because they were doing something in the exercise room. So I like to go in there because it's cool. So freaking hot and all the rest of them. Maybe I'll turn this way. Let's see if that works. Hey, Alan. But I know everybody is frustrated and upset and hurt. There we go. By Linda, some by Farah, some by another person. I don't really know what to say. I have prayed about this and thought, like, what can I do to not add fuel to the fire and not just bitch and complain and, who was it that says only light drives out darkness, darkness doesn't drive out darkness? I mean, all those cliches and colloquialisms that all say the same thing, that you are not going to defeat hate with hate. It has now come to pretty much everybody's attention that Linda is full of hate, and the people that support and surround her are full of malice also. And, I've been bitching and complaining and have multiple videos going back quite a while talking about her flaws. Is it going to change her? No. So, I actually really appreciated Katie's stream the other day. Like I said, I'm not subscribed to her, but I keep getting notifications that she's on. So I saw a little bit of her video. Why I disagree with a lot of it. The part that she said about doing the same thing and expecting different results is just stupid. And I don't want to be part of that. Pointing out how evil and ugly and, pitiful Linda is not going to change her. It just gives her more energy, more attention. I did have this whole theory in my head about, she said that she was the last child born and she was the only child that wasn't breastfed. And I was like, oh, well, there you go. If you're a Freudian believer of psychology, then that's why she acts the way she does. She never got enough attention, and that's why she's thriving on it now. And she said that she always misbehaved, and that's how she got attention. So that's what she's doing now. She likes negative attention. Or was that Trisha who said that she, never stood up for herself, and so now she's going to do it and later? I don't know. I'm mixing all my theories together. It's stupid. It's stupid. And then I heard, she and Rebecca, my grammar is getting bad from listening to YouTube people, but she and Rebecca were fighting, and Rebecca said, you're not in pain, you just pretend you're in pain when you don't want to do something. Now, if you think for a minute, that's not going to the Social Security office. There's like already 10 people who have caught that clip and are sending it, along with you dancing and turning your head all ways. And I don't envy her in any way. I feel bad for her. But the message of hope and love, let me just go to that. I took some notes. I actually just got out of church a little while ago, and I thought, I'm already out of my mood because I've listened to a couple streams and I'm so furious already. her talking about Randy's children and her husband, and just in such a hateful, negative way. Um, okay, let me just say this. This was one of the starting points, and I thought it would be maybe of hope to some of you. If you're a believer, that's great. If you're not, that's fine too. Maybe this will bring you some sort of comfort. I just felt it on my heart to share. So this says the same level of difficulty in your life is the same level of blessing that you're going to receive. Okay, so the same level of difficulty that you're experiencing right now is the indirect proportion to the blessing that you're going to receive later. And you need to believe it, claim it, say it out loud. And I thought that was a beautiful thing because I know there's lots of us that are going through trials, and just believe that. Okay, then talking about forgiveness. I need to forgive some people because I harbor resentment towards them for what they've done to me. There is a person right now, I'm not going to say her name, but she's the person that Randy and I tried to defend and clear her name for being, I don't even know what we were trying to do. She kind of told us to do it, basically, and I was like, okay. She also said on a live stream that if somebody didn't apologize in 3 days, then she was going to come on my stream and expose her, which was total news to me. But anyway, that person turned out to be kind of like a Farah. Just be careful about people who give you money on the internet because they want to use it against you if you don't do what they want. And listen, I would much rather be broke, poor, and in a ditch, which I've done before. I can do it again. I'm trying to move ahead in my life, but listen, I don't have any qualms with going back to, I know how to survive on nothing, nothing, pennies, okay? So, people trying to use money over your head to make you do certain things or throw it in your face later, I have no respect for them, none. And that particular person has had a reputation of doing this before in other communities, so just please be careful of her. She's fine as just a person commenting on your YouTube. But when she came to me, she said she had been trying to get in touch with me for a while, and one of my friends didn't relay the message. She kind of tracked me down. And, just like Amanda, sweet Amanda Love, who did nothing wrong, absolutely nothing wrong, they know people that are struggling and that could use extra help. And I think that they hone in on them. And when you are suffering and you do need some extra help and somebody offers you money, it's, are you really going to say no? It's not for excess, it's for actual survival. And I know that's Amanda's situation, it's my situation, it's a lot of people's situation that don't even talk about it, that don't brag and beg for it the way that some other people do. So anyway, that being said, just be careful. Be careful of that person. Be careful of Amanda's person. I totally side with Amanda. I still think that there's good in everybody. I think there's good in Katie. There's good in Farah. There's even good in Linda. It's just that they are consumed, or not they, but she is, talking about Linda, consumed with greed and jealousy and hate. And that's her ego talking. Inside of all of us is the Spirit of God. That's what I believe. God dwells in us as us, all of us, all living creatures. But whether or not we want to enhance that and make it a bigger part, or enhance our ego and make our spiritual part a smaller part, that's up to us. And that's the decisions we make, that's the meditations, that's the prayers. And Linda truly believes in being vindictive. She thinks that if she is wronged, then she has a full free pass to do whatever that she wants. And it's wrong. It's not scriptural. It's not biblical. It's against God's teaching. And if I'm going to pretend to be a Christian, then I need to do the opposite of what she's doing and offer love and forgiveness. And today they said the definition of forgiveness is a return to love. It does not mean that you are okaying what they've done. It's just returning to a spirit place of love. And I actually Googled, using Linda's famed advice, what do you do if you're lied about as a Christian? Just Google that. What do you do when you are lied about as a Christian? And read what they say. Basically, what I learned from the little bit of research I did is that you are going to be lied on, you are going to be hated on, and to not fight the person. You can speak your truth, but not to be, it's all about the way you do it. It's all about the spirit that you have within that. Hey, thinking of others. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. I'm really trying to seek a solution to this rather than being a cause to more of the problem. And I think Linda's very hurt. I think there's a lifetime of anger and jealousy and envy built up due to, her husband leaving her for another woman and all the wrongs that have happened in her life and all the times that she's been slighted. It's all built up in her, and that's what we're hearing and seeing from her. But you've got to remember, inside that is a spirit, and we are all made in the vision of God. And what I was saying about when you're lied about, which is what's getting Randy so upset right now, which is why I was so upset. It's just funny to me that those are the people who kept saying, why do you keep making videos about her? But when they're lied about or their family is lied about, what do? So just it's a open eye movement of me not to be judgmental and hopefully for other people not to be judgmental. I don't like when people say, just ignore her, stop making videos. Well, some people need to vent. They need to talk about their truth. And the people who are saying that, their families, their husbands, their daughters, their mothers, their sisters are not being talked about. And when she talks about my family and saying that they have a criminal history and all the lies that she's told about me and my family, it's so funny when it comes to their family. Oh, they're up in arms. But they told me to stop making those videos. Anyway, that's a different story. That's neither here nor there. But how to deal with Linda specifically, and you can place whoever else you want into that category of somebody filled with vengeance and hate and lies, and they will believe any lie or make up any lie that will further their case. If some troll comes in there and says, oh, did you hear, Randy's husband did blah, 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 she will love it, accept it, believe it, and go with it. Because it furthers her cause. And we all know that she's got some mental issues, Either her IQ is very low or she has some dementia or, we all know that she's got some mental issues. So she can't process information like you and I can. And that's sad. I wish she would get some help for that. I wish she would stay off the internet because of that. I wish she wouldn't argue because of that, because her brain does not function as it should. She can't win an argument or she can't make a point because she doesn't make any sense. I'm positive if she were to take an IQ test right now, we would probably get some answers that we all figured. So it's almost not like fair playing ground. Does that make sense? couple other notes that I took. These might mean nothing to you, or maybe they will. Maybe you'll receive them. Prosperity comes from spiritual awareness. That means, to me, what that means is that I want to prosper in my life. I want to go forward. I want to rebuild my life, have more, be more, give more. And it has to do with my spiritual awareness, how I am in my heart. What is my motive? What is truly my motive? Like to look inward and to meditate and be at peace before you accuse people of stuff. And boy, have I not been that way before, and I apologize for that. And if I want to prosper, I need to really look at myself and look inward and say, what is this? What is my motive here? What is my heart set? The verse that was talked about was Ecclesiastes, which is a beautiful verse. It says, God makes everything beautiful in His time. And, I don't feel particularly beautiful right now, and I hope that God is working in me, and I have to trust and believe in that. I don't know if that offers you any hope at all, but if you kind of meditate on that verse, that God makes all things beautiful in His time. And that includes Linda, and that includes, the person I'm talking about who is lying about me and mad and vindictive. About helping me. Even your enemy is what I'm saying. God will make beautiful in His time. So trust that for yourself, and maybe see that in others, that there is inside that person a human made in God's image, full of love and goodness, and it's in there somewhere. And like I said, it's up to us to make it bigger or smaller. I don't know if those things give you any hope or not, but I wanted to, it was put on my heart to share those things. You're going to see a lot of hate, and that's fine, because I've been there before. And it takes, it comes to a point in your life where you don't want to hate anymore, because it's not doing any good. It's not making me any happier. I've never been happier than when I've reconciled with somebody that I didn't like before. It makes me feel like there's a weight lifted off my shoulders, and I feel so much better. So, yeah, what to do when you're lied about? That's the question. That's really my question. So, hey, this is England. Thank you, thinking of others. I'm trying to find a solution here rather than just contribute to the problem. Ignoring it's not going to help, but addressing it with the right motive, I think, is, I guess, what I came from this little meditation that I did. And I do think that there is good in Linda. I think that she's very, very in her flesh right now, and she's going to excuse that. She's going to say, as soon as I ask forgiveness, then boom, we're back again to being fine. That's not really the way the Bible works. And by the way, the Bible and Jesus say nothing about addressing your enemies, except for that they say vengeance is God's, and to turn the other cheek, and to trust in God, not others. You don't have to fight. And what she's fighting is wrong, by the way. I don't know. It's very upsetting. It's very frustrating. I can't believe that it's taking over this much of my life. And you probably feel the same way. Thank you. I pray that too. So obviously this is not going to be that popular of a video, but I hope this assignment offers you some peace. Um, and I definitely stand with Amanda Love. I stand with Stephanie. I stand with B. I stand with Randy. I think all these people are good people that are doing the right thing. I think that MFW Katie is trying to do the right thing. Um, I think that her heart is burdened to do something different also. And I appreciate that. All of us have the ability to change. Even the worst of us have the ability to change. And um, I think that what I'm getting out of all this is to pray and to meditate on goodness when I feel angry. And yes, there's going to be sometimes that you need to point out the bad, but fighting is not our battle, it's God's battle. And this full on anarchy of people that Linda has created is not of God, it's of her flesh. And that's why you see her become so irate and so angry when anybody mentions God in her streams. And let me just tell you, Linda, God is not for Sundays or Saturdays or for your days that you do your church channel. God is a part of every minute of every day of your life. So for you to say, we're not talking about God now, shut up, or get that person out of here, we're not talking about religion, we're not talking about God, is so bizarre because, your understanding of, biblical ideas is really warped if you think that there is a channel or a day or a time set aside for thinking and talking about God. That is the worst witness of Christianity I've ever seen. And I hate to think that anybody's watching you and believing that. So, I hate that it's taking over so much of our lives and upsetting so many people. Um, I don't know. I've got so much on my mind and in my heart, I don't even know how to explain it, but I will go ahead and stop for now. I don't want to take any more time away from other people who are streaming, but that's the message. If you want to talk more about it, please contact me. I might come on a little bit later. Um, I know, honey, I know. I think you're a very good person and a good witness. Turning your back on her is not the answer. She needs to, I do think that she knows God, but she's turning away from Him and she's acting on her flesh. She is completely 100% indulging in her fleshly desires, her fleshly anger, her fleshly jealousy. She's totally indulged in it. And that's why she says, don't talk about God on my channel. I'm not talking, that's a different channel, a different time. Well, we know that makes no sense. Well, she's funny until she actually hurts you. She's funny until, that's what Randy found out today or yesterday or whatever. Yeah, she's funny and has cute stories until she starts talking about your family and lying about them. My family's not even a part of YouTube. My mother or sister, nobody else is even a part of YouTube. For you to claim that you know them or their history or anything, you're a liar. And then when they lie on you, it's not as bad as them lying on your family, but it's bad. So I don't consider her funny at all. No, honey, you don't have to be sorry. It's just, I don't know, this whole idea of wanting subs and views. Honey, if you're not monetized, why do you care how many subs or views you have? You're not gaining anything from it unless you want some popularity that you didn't get in high school or something. It's bizarre to me. If you are not monetized and it is of no value to you other than that you can look at the screen and say, "Oh, look how many people watched me," which is sickening, why do you care? Why are you saying people are stealing subs from you? And you can't steal a sub. A sub can be sub to 1,000 channels if they want. You can't steal a sub. Your ignorance is so broad, and I don't know if that has to do with your mental disability. I don't know. But you act like you are a crazy person. You make no sense. And on top of it, you're cruel, mean, and evil. And you're going to be left all alone, just like you're all alone in your town, except for people that are basically need you for a little bit of cash money. Please, Linda. And then you're teaching your daughter to be the same exact way. Thank you, Pixie. I'm not trying to be cruel. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just speaking on what I meditated on, and hopefully my words come out okay. Maybe they will actually mean something to somebody. I don't know. But other than, I never think about subs or views. I know that might be, you might believe me or not. I don't care. But that's not what I think about. Thank you, Pixie. I really do have some people misinterpret me and think that I'm trying to be better than other people, or I don't know what they think. This line about me stealing veggies, for example, is hysterical to me. It makes me laugh. So you can keep on saying that. It doesn't bother me. It's silly. If you were to see this patch of vegetables, and then that one woman who's lying about me said that she gave me money to go buy vegetables over there, and then I was stealing them the other day. I'm not really sure who I would give money to or how I would get the money to them. I mean, it's pretty freaking hysterical. But I can tell you a whole long list of stories about her. She's going by the name Miss Cinderella, so just please be careful of her. She's got some issues. She's not a bad person, I don't believe, but she's got some issues. She's been kicked out of other communities. If you do a little research on her, um, you can tell when somebody has less than 50 subscribers on their YouTube channel, on their Facebook. You know that they're doing something wrong. That's coming right from Neve Schulman from The Catfish. Look at the number of subscribers on their Facebook. And if you have to recreate your Facebook constantly because you've been... And anyway, if you have any questions about her, I'll answer them privately. I don't want to publicly shame her for any reason. She was very good to me, and I appreciate it, and I thanked her over and over and over again. She's now trying to throw that in my face and make up stories to go with it. I don't know. She's setting up a church, but you can't have church. She keeps saying, I'm not going to be holy on Sunday or whatever the days of the Lord, and then be horrible all the rest of the days. Well, that's exactly what she's doing. She's saying, I will have a church channel in which we can talk about God, but other than that, I don't want God brought up. Okay, tell me what church that would be said in. You're insane, Linda. You're insane. You need to have some medicine, the correct kind, not pain pills. I just heard Randy say, I thought it was so appropriate. She's taking pain pills, she's drinking alcohol, she's acting like a fool, putting her teddy bear on. I didn't see all this, but that's what they said. And, that's totally, and probably driving. She should be arrested for that. That's the same kind of stuff that I did that I got arrested for. She has no right to judge me or anybody else because she's doing the same thing. It's sad. But anyway, thank you all for your time. I'll come back on probably a little bit later tonight. Um, but while I had a minute, I thought I would come on. But please, yeah, go support the other channels. I know Angie's on. I know Randy's on. I'm not sure if anybody else is on, but thank you for coming over here. But just remember, like I said in the beginning, I thought this was so beautiful. The same level of difficulty that you're experiencing in your life will be the exact same amount of blessings that are coming your way. Hey, Trixie, so just be excited about that. You know, be excited about whatever warfare you're going through, whatever hardship you're going through, physical and mental pain that you're going through. There's a blessing coming your way, just as big, and claim it and believe it. Oh, one thing I did want to say, I just want to point this out because, you know, the lies are infinite that are coming out of her mouth. Her saying that I don't see much because I'm actively trying to not watch her, but through Twitter clips and stuff like that, I saw that she said that Kimberly, beautiful Kimberly, has insurance. I mean, not insurance, that she is receiving disability. And how dare she be on disability and then get extra money? Kimberly is not on disability. Disability is extremely hard to get, as you know, Miss Fraud Linda. And don't you think that the Social Security are not going to be investigating you, considering all that you're doing, saying that you are, you know, in pain and disabled and can't get out of your bed. When it comes to gambling away all the money that was raised for you, you seem to be just fine, like Rebecca said. You seem to be able to stay out till 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure you weren't laying in bed while you were gambling away that money. I'm sure there wasn't a bed for you in that casino. No, you were standing up or sitting down, gambling away. And apparently you do this frequently, Linda. You gamble, gamble, gamble. Isn't that something God says you shouldn't do? Well, you stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning just fine, gambling away. And I thought it was really funny that you chose that day, the day that you got all the money from Pam, to go gambling. And like Rebecca said, you know, she asked you to go to the movies. She asked you to go do this and that. And you always say you're hurt, you're too tired, you're in pain. But when it comes to what you want, which is gambling, you're fine to stay up all night long. Isn't that interesting? Do you not think that Social Security is going to be interested in that? They are. But to say that Kimberly has disability when she doesn't, she's fighting tooth and nail to try to get it because she fully deserves it, is a lie. To say that I'm on food stamps and I don't have disability, I have nothing from the federal government. I'm not receiving any help. You wicked witch. Why do you think it's okay to... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I don't know, I'm really trying not to call names. I retract that. Why do you think it's okay to speak on others' behalf and say how much money they've gotten because you just calculated it in your head? Or you assume because they're this and they're receiving this? Why do you think that's okay to do that when you actually know nobody's personal circumstance? You don't know what they are receiving, what they're not. Every time you say something like that, all you're doing is proving how envious you are. Stop. Linda, stop. You are making a fool of yourself. Just like you chased after Jimmy and everybody in the world was cringing for you. You're putting on the Victoria's Secret bra and trying to do everything in the world to get his attention. It was cringy as hell, all of us knew you were chasing after him. Even if he were really interested in you, which I don't think he was, he ran the other direction as fast as he could. Why is it that you won't accept what everybody else sees in you and your daughter? Particularly you, though. I don't know. You could gain a lot from it if you were a little bit more humble. I like to look at the things people criticize me for, and some of them are true. Some of them I have to take into account and say, you know what, they're probably right. And if 2 or 3 people are saying it, then I need to take that into account and really reflect on, is that true about me? You know, we don't see ourselves in video. Other people do. That's one of the coolest things about being on YouTube, is that you can see yourself, you can watch yourself back and say, oh my gosh, I never knew I did this. I never knew I did that. I need to stand up straighter. Wow, I didn't know I looked like that from that angle. And we get a glimpse of ourselves, how other people see us. And it's a great way for us to change. I mean, if you can see the way that you eat, for example, the way you put on makeup, the way you brush your teeth for 4 seconds. I'm going to stop there because now I'm getting into my fleshly side of being cruel. But if you could reflect on those things and maybe say, maybe that's why my teeth are falling out and are in bad shape. Or, I probably don't look very ladylike doing that. I probably look like a pig. You know, if you can reflect on those things. I mean, I'm being dead serious. I know I sound like I'm being sarcastic, but I watched myself eat. I wasn't pleasantly surprised. I thought, oh, I look kind of gross. So I have to change that and be more cautious about what I do and how I do it. Constantly showing your teeth and digging at your teeth, which, by the way, I heard you need an oral surgeon, which that's karma coming your way. Oral surgery is going to be very expensive, and you do not have the money for that allotted. But did you tell them that you did your own surgery on your tooth? That you dug up in there and said it bled a lot, and you tried to dig out your own teeth? Hey, Rennie, you sweetheart. You know, that might be part of the reason why you have to go to oral surgeon now, because you tried to extract your own bone up in your gum. Yes, she does eat like an animal. The food is over here, and before it even comes to her mouth. I miss you, Rennie. How are you, sweetie? What are you doing today? Is it cold in Australia? It is burning freaking hot here in North Carolina. You're such a sweet thing. I guess what I'm doing, Rennie, is trying to look for some answers. We all know what we know. I think what happened with Farrah and Amanda, I'm completely on Amanda's side. Only, well, I'm not even going to say that, but I don't know, Rennie, if you remember Penny, or she's going by Miss Cinderella. She turned out to be, I don't want to use that name, but she turned out to, I don't even know. She's telling a lot of lies. Oh, you have bronchitis, honey. I'm so sorry. That's awful. What do you take for that? Like a Z-Pack? I'm just going back, making sure I didn't miss anybody. Yeah, and this idea of I just think it's, well, that's not even, I'm not going to even mention that. It's not even important right now. But people saying you can't, you know, who was it that said if you're in her chat or if she's in your chat or if you speak to her, you're dead to me? I just thought that was kind of funny. You're on antibiotics and, oh, I don't know what that is. Ventolin. Do you get that frequently? Usually when you get bronchitis, it's like chronic. I remember my mom used to get that every winter, right before Christmas. And I have this memory of her as a little girl. We got this Christmas tree, and it was, I don't know what it, you know, back then, I was like 7, so a long time ago. And it wasn't like the Fraser fir, it was some sort of pine that was prickly, you know, it like hurt to put decorations on. And she didn't have a voice. She had lost her voice because of bronchitis. And I just remember her hitting that tree going, I don't want this tree, I hate this tree, I hate this tree. And we had to take it back. She hated the tree. She was so mad and she felt so bad. You know, she felt physically bad. And anyway, she'd be mad if I told that, if she knew I told that story. Oh, and you have asthma. God bless you, honey. Trixie says, I have had it chronically with allergies. Been a while, thank goodness. Trixie, where do you live, honey? Yeah. I don't like this tree. I hate this tree. I hate this tree. Poor mama. Poor Rennie. God bless you, honey. Oh, you live in Kansas? Allergy capital. Oh, I didn't know it was allergy capital. I lived in Kansas for one summer. I loved it. I lived in Overland Park, I think is what it was called. They have great barbecue. They have the, not like North Carolina barbecue that's vinegar based. They had the red sauce. I went to a whole bunch of barbecue festivals when I lived there. I didn't know it was allergy capital. I don't think I really have allergies. Thank goodness. I do get a little bit of like dryness, but thank goodness I don't have all that mess that goes along with it. I'm very lucky. I appreciate that so much. Oh, just south of Overland Park. Yeah, I thought it was really pretty. I was worried that because it was landlocked that, you know, I'm a water girl, but they had big, beautiful lakes, so I didn't feel like I was landlocked. And you can drive when you're 14 there. My girlfriend, we were best friends in elementary school, and she moved there when, you know, we both moved in 8th grade. So I moved to North Carolina from Maryland, and she moved to Kansas from Maryland. And she was able to drive right when she got there, and I was like, what? But there's so many country roads, and I guess people, like younger kids that they probably don't sew much anymore, but they worked on farms and stuff. So they, you know, they dropped the driving license to 14. I think it's only if you're going to work, I think. But they had, oh gosh, there was a restaurant called Tippins. Trixie, I don't know if you still remember that or if you have that restaurant called Tippins. I think it was a chain restaurant, but they were, I went there, like, anytime she said, what do you want to eat? I'm like, Tippins, Tippins, Tippins. Because they had the beautiful, they would put a thing of cornbread on your table instead of like chips or bread or whatever. And it was like this tall and it was sweet. It was almost like cake and it was, I mean, I still have memories of that. It's so good. Do you remember a restaurant called Tippins? I don't know if it's just in Kansas. Yeah, Tippins was the best. One of my favorites. My cousin worked there. Oh, they're out of business. Oh, that breaks my heart. I need to go see if they have that menu, I mean, that recipe for the Tippins cornbread. Oh my God, it was so good. Wasn't it? Yes, with the honey butter. Trixie, oh my gosh, to die for. And they had like a, if I remember correctly, they had like a, I mean, it was a sit-down restaurant, but then they had like, when you left, you could get pies or like homemade pies and stuff like that. It was really neat. They had a restaurant open here called Tippins, and I was really excited, but it's not the same thing at all. My best friend was a manager at one in Dallas. Oh, I was a hostess there for a minute. Okay, so it is a chain. Well, y'all, if you got Tippins near you, go get their cornbread. I love you all so much. Well, I've been on for 45 minutes, and I really didn't say much, but yeah, bring pies home. Oh, I bet you were loving life. I would be 300 pounds if I lived with somebody working at Tippins. Okay, well, I think that's all I wanted to say. I stand with Rosie, I stand with Kimberly, I stand with Amanda. Um, all this stuff that's been brought up was just awful, in my opinion. Michelle, what is going on, doll baby? Good to see you. You saying good morning. Where do you live, sugar? Michelle, I was just talking about, oh, you're getting back into bed. It's only 4 a.m. here. Got up to have pain meds. Okay, good, Rennie. Well, take them and lay down, honey. Don't drink alcohol and then go get in your pink teddy and dance around. I missed that one, but I don't know if it's still up. She seems to erase the ones that make her look bad real quickly. Like the one where Rebecca said, you're not even in pain. You just act like it when you don't want to do something. I was like, damn, that's some pretty damaging testimony right there. Oh, you're in Oregon. That's right. I forgot. That's right. I'm going to come visit you. I mean, that's my dream is to live in Oregon. My sister was born in Oregon, and I know it's a really like open-minded state, and I would love Oregon. Do you love living in Oregon? Are you from Oregon, or did you move there? I like having just a few people in my chat. It's fun because you get to actually talk to people. Where did you move from, Michelle? And do you love Oregon? I know, Linda is ew. There's my Renee. Oh, y'all, if you have not subscribed to Sin City Renee, please do. She is a hoot. She is a sufferer of a lot of autoimmune diseases and chronic pain, but she is hysterical, and she has devoted her channel to making fun and making happiness. And I still remember the joke she told the other day about the guy with the square balls. That was hysterical. I've told it so many times. Please subscribe to Sin City Renee. She is awesome. I love that joke so much. She was, yeah, listen to her tell a joke about the lady that went to the bank to deposit some money and bet the guy, I don't know what it was, like $100,000 that he had square balls. And then she brought her, I'm really simplifying this, but she said, okay, since that's such a big offer, I mean, a big deal for $100,000, I bet you'd have square balls. I'll come back tomorrow. Well, she came back the next day with her lawyer, and she took the man's balls in her hand, and sure enough, they weren't square, but she had her lawyer friend banging his head on the table. And he said, what's wrong with you? Why is your lawyer banging his head on the table? And she said, because I bet him $200,000 that I would have the bank manager's balls in my hand by tomorrow. It was hysterical. Best place I've ever lived. I love it. Oh, you were born in Fayetteville. What they call that Vietnam. Yeah, Fayetteville's kind of creepy. Not to dish your home place, but yeah, it's all military now, and they call it Vietnam, like the armpit of the state. Michelle, thank you again for my PayPal. I am going to, I think I'm going to set up something coming up. I'm really kind of praying about it and thinking about whether or not I should do it or not. But anyway, Michelle's been so great contributing to my PayPal. Michelle, I didn't really. I kind of looked at it, but I didn't really. My aunt uncle lived there. My uncle is career Army. Didn't know. Oh, well, I'm sure there's great parts, just like there's great parts of any city. But in general, they kind of, Durham is another kind of like, they're trying to remake it and make it into a better spot. And there's beautiful, beautiful parts of Durham. I don't know Fayetteville as well, but I'm sure it kind of falls in that category. So no hate on you, honey. Okay, then no. I need to look into that. Yeah, but PayPal's working fine. Okay, Michelle, I'll look it up, honey. But thank you so much. You don't know how much that. I had an incident where they took out $40 for this gym, which I have no idea why. And so that took a big chunk of that, but I'm going to figure out why, hopefully tomorrow, because that. Oh, well, he might very well like, especially if you're in the military. I bet that North Carolina is beautiful everywhere. My son thought it was cool. I was born in Fayetteville. He loves J. Cole, and that's where he's from. Oh, who's J. Cole? Is he like a country singer? I don't know who that is. Oh, your kids were born in Virginia. Really, Sin City? Well, see, I like the West Coast. I miss, even though I haven't, well, I was born in Utah, and there's something about the West Coast that I just feel kinship towards. Like, I would love to live in Southern California. That's where I feel the best. But you miss the West Coast. I mean, the East Coast. That's so interesting. How many kids do you have, Renee? Michelle, I bought VIP tickets to his concert, but we have to fly to Boise. Oh, he's a rapper. Oh. Well, look at me looking old and dumb. Are you going to go to the concert with him, Michelle? You go, girl. You have 3 grown, and I know you take a lot of care of your grandbabies, Sin City, which I love. So, do you live actually in Nevada, Renee? I know, Trixie. She doesn't look old enough at all. And she's also in horrible pain. Well, you wouldn't know it because she never complains. But can you imagine? She looks beautiful. Oh, really? I just remember you taking care of that little girl, and this was a long time ago, but I don't know if she fell out of the car or something happened at the gas station. I had a friend that got into drugs. I took the baby and called police. Oh my goodness. Renee, do you still have that little girl, or what happened? That's the little girl. You're right. Of course you're right. It's your freaking life. Marla, you're so dumb. But, excuse me while I put my hair up. Yeah, I remember that now. What, I gotta pin my hair. What, oh gosh, I put my hair up last night when I took a bath, and oh, I just love, this is Rose shampoo, just by Suave. I love Suave. It smells so good. Okay. My middle son Bryce is 16 and his dream is to meet J. Cole. Oh, God bless you. So you're driving all the way to Boise. Oh, you're a sweetheart. Hang on, y'all. Yes, but I have her, but she knows her daddy and he has custody. You have play dates 3 days a week. Oh, that's beautiful. You are just a saint, Renee. God bless you. It took a few years, but she's a happy girl now. Oh, that's beautiful. I was trying to remember when I was 16. I was going to say New Kids on the Block. I was obsessed with them. But that was way before I was 16. That was when I was like 13. Oh, gosh, I can't get my hair out. Ouch. Jeez. Um, but I'm not sure I liked any particular. Oh, you know who I was really into when I was like 16 is Dave Matthews. And he's coming to concert here soon. He has football, so we fly out Sunday morning, September 2nd. Concert is that night. Then we fly back the next day for his football practice. God bless you. I'll have to look him up. Do you like his music? Do you like rap, Michelle? What a good mama. He'll remember that for the rest of his life. Yeah, I saw NKOTB. I went to, only time I saw them live, I lived in Maryland at the time, Bel Air, Maryland, which is right outside Washington. I mean, right outside Baltimore. And we went to Washington, D.C. to see the concert. And boy, I picked my outfit out. I can still remember what I wore. I wore this lime green little cut off, of course I was tiny back then, little like cut off top that stopped like right at my belly button. Had 3 green buttons right here and black shorts. And I was convinced that Jordan Knight was going to ask me to marry him that night. Or at least to come on stage. And we didn't have great seats. We were up at the top, but my sister loved them too. She was into Donnie. She thought Donnie was going to marry her, and I thought Jordan was going to marry me. Yeah, I'll have to look him up, Trixie. But we were at the not quite the nosebleed, but pretty far up there. And boy, I stood out in that aisle like, Jordan, I'm here, honey. I was maybe 12, maybe 13 at the time. But I just felt it in my heart that we were meant to be together. I think every girl should have a little boy band crush. Yes, honey, I was on Lyrica. You gained over 100 pounds. I know, honey. Okay. Renee, I don't know how much I gained. It wasn't quite 100 pounds, but it was a lot. I was too embarrassed to weigh myself, so I don't know how much I gained, but it was a lot. I was basically incoherent. Like I said, I would fall asleep at stoplights. I was always like, I'm tired now. Like I'm always tired just because of the medication I'm on. If there's not a reason for me to wake up, I could sleep 24 hours a day. No joke. Or maybe 23 hours a day. But, I fight against that. But on Lyrica, I was just exhausted all the time. I would fall asleep at stoplights. I gained a ton of weight. My personality changed, and I had tremendous fluid where my feet and my legs, like my lower legs, puffed up about 3 times their size, and I had really it affected my blood pressure so much that I had to go on high blood pressure medicine. I and you know what, Renee, I found very, very few people who can take Lyrica. It did, I was so out of it, I didn't even know if I was in pain, and maybe that's their goal. But first of all, it's very expensive, and I didn't have insurance at the time, so I think I relied on, like, my mom is a nurse, and she was nursing at the time, so I got samples of it. Um, and sometimes I had to buy it. I can't remember, but I do remember it kind of took most of the pain away, but the side effects were so grotesque. It's like you weren't human. So, I mean, no, that's a no-brainer. Yeah, it was $800 to get a script. You're exactly right. Yeah, yeah. I wish they would come up with something different. So you have nerve pain. Was that for your fibromyalgia? I take it. I have horrible neuropathy, and I just find that doctors don't really take that unless what's really interesting is my one neurologist, he's not my network anymore, but I still want to go back to him. It's just going to be really expensive. Um, he had been treating neuropathy for years, and he said until he got it himself, because now he has diabetic neuropathy, he said he didn't understand how painful it was. And I just think that people who don't suffer true chronic pain, I don't care if you have 8 screws in your neck. I have at least 8 screws between my right foot and right leg. I have bolts, screws, all kinds of things. That doesn't mean that you are in chronic pain. I don't know. That was just a side note. But anyway, he said he didn't realize how painful it was until he developed it himself. And just the other day, I went to a doctor that wasn't my primary care doctor. He was in the network. I mean, he was in that office, but he wasn't my primary care. And he, like, I could tell he just didn't take me seriously. He was like, "So, what do you mean you're in pain? Like, what does it feel like?" And I'm like, "Bitch, it feels like fucking my feet and legs are in hot burning oil constantly. And sometimes a knife jabs into it. That's what it feels like. Okay? Bitch, are you understanding that?" That's what I want to say. They just sit there with their little notebook like, I can't stand it. I just think the doctors nowadays, I just don't know if they're burned out. They don't. As soon as you say the word pain or chronic pain, they're like blurry-eyed, don't take you seriously, and it's awful. I mean, the suicide rate is going up from people taking their lives because they are in chronic pain and doctors won't listen to them. There's been all this research done that there's no increase in addiction due to prescription pills. It's um, street drugs that are causing the rise in addiction, overdoses, and that kind of thing. I mean, there's just a lot of research. There's research that the war on drugs that Reagan started in the 80s has done not a single good of help. That wasn't correct English, but has not done anything. I learned all this in one of my classes. It's just all about, it's a money racket. Exactly. You always look and feel they suspect you're lying. Yep. Yep. If you come in there with makeup on or you look halfway decent, and it never occurs to me to not do that. I just get up and do my normal thing. I was taught if you're going to go see a doctor to be clean and presentable. And that never occurs to me to try to look as bad as I feel. I try to look better than I feel. You're exactly right, Renee. Yeah, I look at it like this. Prohibition didn't work. Just say no didn't work. Taking it away won't work. People will die from heroin. Yep, if they can't get prescription meds to alleviate their chronic, true chronic pain, then they're going to turn somewhere else. 100%. You're exactly right. Yep. Sucks they have cracked down because of addiction. Because we always try to keep our normal routines, which shoots us in the foot. Yeah. Well, I know because I'm still applying for disability. Who knows whether it'll come true? I got denied, and then they said I have to go in front of a judge, but it takes 2 years to even get in a meeting in front of the judge, and it has to do, this isn't a political thing. I'm just telling you what my lawyer said. That has to do with Trump and him taking away funding for this. So they don't have enough judges. They don't have enough clerical staff to see all these people. So anyway, they said it would take 2 years. And I don't know where I am in that process, but I do know that my lawyer said, you're not going to look like this when you go in for a judge, I'll tell you that. So that just goes to show you. It's so sad, but I mean, I understand people judge you by your appearances, and if you look like you feel good and you look okay, people are going to judge you by that. And you need to, I don't know, I guess maybe some point you get to the point you don't care anymore, and maybe you start that, but I don't want to get to that point. Addicts will still get drugs, period. That's not my problem. My problem is struggling to get out of bed and lead a normal life every day. A freaking man. Thank you, Renee. And I did go down the illegal path because nobody would listen to me until I started having severe deformity in my feet and ulcers. Did any doctor take me seriously? I keep looking back on it and going like, what would I do differently? What would I do differently? And I just don't even know because no doctor would take me seriously and I needed help. Michelle says, I tripped on my dog, which hurt my foot even more. I'm now on crutches and we'll have an x-ray tomorrow. Michelle, what happened, honey? I can't take NSAIDs because it slows bone growth. Oh, Michelle, I didn't know all that, honey. What's going on? Which foot is it? What happened, Michelle? It's really sad because this is the point, and then people begin to hurt themselves so that they can actually get help. I can't tell you how many times I went to the emergency room. You're in a boot. You bought the CBD. Well, I hope that works for you, honey. I don't know if it has the THC in it, but I hope that helps you. Do you take it orally, honey? Or do you, I don't even know, do you rub it on the site? Oh, exactly. They'll tell you just take Tylenol. I took so much Advil. I was like 80% Advil by the time, because before I had this pain, everything I knew basically went away with Advil, and it would eventually just go away. So that's what I thought until I was starting to take tons of Advil every day. It upset my stomach so badly. And that's when I went to a doctor finally. I didn't have insurance, but I was like, please help me. And he literally looked at my feet, he looked at me, and he said, well, if you've dealt with it this long, just keep taking Advil. I heard that over and over and over again. Until I finally did get help, but it wasn't through a doctor. It was through my office manager who gave me a bunch of pills her dad had when he was passing away. And I was like, oh, thank Jesus. Whatever this is, I didn't even know. But I was like, okay, now we're talking. Not only do my pain is gone, I feel like myself. I feel like the best version of myself. So I've already told this story, but you can put things, you obviously know what happens next. Um, well, would that even help you, Renee? With your type of nerve damage, it doesn't seem like Advil or Tylenol would even help you. Hey, Ronnie. Yep, that's how it starts. Being in, I mean, it was about 4.5 years before. I mean, four. I want you to. People say that, and it just sounds like okay. I'm talking 4.5 years of being in constant chronic pain with little to no relief, with not tampering with opiates at all. 4.5 years until I finally, my office manager gave them to me, and I'm not blaming her at all. It was totally my fault, but that's what opened up a world to me, and I couldn't get any more of it. But that was the only thing that worked for me, so you know, that's what happened. But I was in agony for 4.5 years, and I thought I'm either going to kill myself or I'm going to go ahead with this fake prescription. I'm being totally honest with you. That's exactly what my mindset was. And it's cost me a lot. It's cost me a lot. And like I said, I go back almost every day and think, what could I have done differently? And, sometimes I don't know. I just don't know. It's, See, what's weird is on my phone, I can't turn it to top chat or, hey, Terry, you've been dealing with back pain for dislocated disc for 20 years. And people say that and they think, oh, 20 years, okay, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, being in pain every day of your life, it affecting every move you make, every decision you make for 20 years is exhausting. I get emails and texts and phone calls every day, people wanting to commit suicide. Normally, yes, from pain, but also from withdrawals because doctors took it away from them. Oh, Renee, well, you are doing God's work, honey. If nobody has been in true withdrawals from opiates, I'm not talking about the first day, I'm talking, or the second day, but maybe about the third day of going through withdrawals, and if you don't want to hang yourself or kill yourself, I don't understand. I don't think people understand. It's a pain that you cannot comprehend, and it's constant. It never settles. It's not like the flu. People say it's like the flu. Well, it's like the flu times 500. You can't go to sleep and it will ease for a little while. You can't even go to sleep. And, you get to that level after 2 weeks of using. Less than 2 weeks, 10 days. Yep, I know you have been through it, honey. And that to me makes you so tough and so strong. And these are the kind of people I want to surround myself with, are the Renees, the ones who have been through the, jungle, you know. And you're gonna die, but you don't. You survive and you come out on the other side and you're tough as fucking nails. Yeah, if you are gonna run, I had no idea about kratom. Damn, I wish I would have known about kratom. Had no idea about kratom until later, but also Suboxone, obviously is a life freaking changer and saver. Oh, Michelle, God bless you, honey. Would that not be the highlight of my life? I don't know if I have are you on Twitter, Michelle? I need to find a way to be able to get in touch with you so I can thank you and also talk to you. Will you either tell me your Twitter or Facebook or something or email so I can get in touch with you? You are just daggone precious. I get weirded out because that's what happened last time. This woman, kind of tracked me down. She said that she had some extra money and she wanted to be able to support somebody. And she figured that person was going to be me because, for whatever reason, we kind of connected and everything. And, she did help me quite a bit. I mean, I'm not talking $1,000 or anything, way less than that. But she did help me. I did. She said, if you ever need anything, please ask me. I did ask her for $50 one time because I had a couple bills due and I was short. And then she totally went wacko and crazy on me. So I'm almost kind of weary of people like that. But Michelle, you are precious. Oh, I don't care about the dislikes, honey. You don't have to feel awful for me. Just just press the like button and we'll be fine. That's right, Terry. I don't mind about the dislikes. There's a wave on YouTube, you go up and you go down, you go up and you go down. It doesn't bother me. My self-worth is not based on likes or dislikes. Oh, it's okay, Snowy. It's okay. On Instagram. Okay, Michelle. I'll look at that, honey. Wait a minute. Is it Instagram or Twitter? Okay. Michelle, I'll look, honey. I'll look on both of them. Emily! How are you, Angel? I will, Michelle, honey. Um, what's going on with you, Emily? What are you and the redhead giant doing today with his non-red hair? I mean, I love that picture that he posted of y'all. Y'all are so freaking cute. So cute. Hey, Snowy. I'm sorry I haven't been showing up as often. That's okay, honey. Real life is way more important than YouTube. Oh, I love you too. Marlahea? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Derp, don't hit the back arrow while in chat because it takes you out of the chat. You were beaten up a month ago. Who beat you up, Snowy? I know, Emily is great, isn't she? She is awesome. Okay, my three boys 04. Okay, thank you, Michelle. As soon as I get off of here, I'll look for that. I know, Emily and John, there were mixed reviews when they came in. I kind of liked them right away because I love intelligent people and I love listening to John talk and I love his use of words. I don't know. I just think that right away I like them. But he's so right. And both of them have such a tender heart towards people who actually need help and animals that need help. They're really, really good people. And to be painted out as stalkers or evil in any way, they're called psychopaths, sociopaths, liars, blah, 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 blah. And they take it so gracefully, and it's wrong. It's not true. Yeah, we love you, Emily. Thank you for all you do for us. You are such a welcome part of this community. And no, I didn't pay for y'all to be here. I don't got that kind of money. But so glad that you are. We need intelligent, open-minded, kind people in this community. And I just love how the monster says that she is a community of one. She's not clean. I'm on my own. But yet, when she wants money, I'm a part of this community. I was here first. This community. Well, which is it, honey? Are you by yourself or are you part of a community? Yeah, it started out like a sitcom. So well, now that I think about it, maybe you do deserve a paycheck. Oh, thank you, Michelle. You didn't have to do that, Angel. So there's not $5 in my PayPal. Let's screw this. I'm out. Back button. Back button. Damn it, Renee, I haven't gotten there yet. Just hold on. Shh. Stop telling people. Does anybody want any veggies later? I'm going to steal some veggies later. Just put in your order, okay? Oh, Michelle. Well, I got something coming up I'll tell you about. I just am trying to pray and really think. I might ask you if you what you did before I actually say anything because it's going to be kind of embarrassing. So, yeah, I do have my surgery coming up. I've got most of it covered. I have to pay 20%, and I don't even know. My last surgery was like literally $25,000. I hope this one's not going to be as much. Um, I didn't even think about that really. Mr. McGregor and you is Peter Rabbit when I think of veggies now. I'm having surgery. I've got Charcot-Marie-Tooth syndrome, and it causes really bad pain in my feet and legs and hands, and it causes some pretty bad deformity in your feet. So I've got to have about 4 surgeries on my feet, excuse me. I've done one, the major one on my right foot, which is going to be the biggest one that involved bolts and screws and Achilles lengthening and all kinds of stuff. And I've got to do the toes on the right foot next. So that's August 3rd. And then I've got to do the next one or two on my left foot. My left foot's already broken. The fifth and fourth and third metatarsal are snapped and are growing back at a V shape on my left foot, and it freaking hurts. But he wants to do the right foot first, so. Okay, Michelle, I don't think I can do it while I'm online. Let me see. If I go away, let me see. No, I can't now. I'm sorry. As soon as I get off of here, I will, honey. God bless you, Michelle. I will look you up on Instagram immediately after I talk to you. Oh, what kind of business do you have, Michelle? That's awesome. But like I said, I'll look you up right away. Let me find your. Okay, you said you sent a request, so. Oh, Snowy says I'm getting my left foot. You can see where my brain is. I'm getting my left ovary and thyroid removed, then bone biopsy. When is that happening, Snowy? That's a lot. God bless you, honey. What kind of business do you have, sweetheart? I'm going to Portland. Listen, I'm dead serious. If she'll really have me, I am going to Portland. Okay, that's why your name is Angela. Okay, honey. I was wondering, I was curious about that. Okay, cool. Well, my name is Marla Lisa. I will send you a request. I miss John doing videos too. It always puts something satanic or cursed like in his comments because I know MB reads them. Anything to freak her out. Yep, I'm evil. I love your sense of humor, Renee. You are my buddy. We would have such a good time together. Yeah. So don't anybody shame you. I've been shamed about the videos I've made. Like, can you just stop talking about her already? Which is hilarious because as soon as somebody starts talking about their family or their kids, boy, they're on it. Well, if you don't recall, let me refresh your memory. That douchebag talked about my mother and my sister, which I would not be alive without them. Don't fucking talk about them. They're not on YouTube for a reason. They're not a part of my channel. I never show them. I never talk about them except occasionally. I don't share their names. And for you to say that about them and make up that they had a criminal record, yeah, I'm going to fucking talk about you. Okay, you go by your middle name. She's a fucking liar. She's lied about me over and over and over again. Just about stealing veggies. Get a life. It's a fucking community that I belong to, that I contribute to, that I can take whatever I want to out of any time of day. Get it fucking straight. Why would I film myself stealing something? And why would I need money for all they are, three raised beds? There's nobody to give money to. It sounds like it's raining outside. Nothing. Hey, Minty Mango. Good to see you. She claims to be a preacher and she spreads and she says crap on others. Right. Well, what my beginning was, which I need to get back to, is that God is amidst us all the time. And for her to say, don't talk about God right now, don't bring the Bible into this right now, well, God encompasses every moment of every part of your life. You can't compartmentalize him and say, okay, this is not my church channel. I'm not talking about God right now, so shut up about him. I'm being a, blatant, mean, evil woman, and I want to be able to do it and with not talk about God. It's basically what she's saying. Penny, I'm going to tell you for the last time before I take you out of here. What are you talking about? Why would I take $500 from you? Why? Because I needed it and you offered it to me. What are you talking about? You didn't act like a crazy person till later. And then I found out some stuff about you and that is what your behavior is. So come under a different name, that's fine. You can spread lies about me all you want. You can spread things about me that I told you in private all you want. It just makes you look like an asshole. Or did ask me for it. Honey, you really need to work on your grammar and spelling, by the way. Screenshots of all your messages to me. You look crazy. You never lied about me. Okay. Well, I've got the proof. How much should I ask you for, Penny? Put in the chat how much I asked you for. And did you tell me to ask for money anytime I needed it? Am I buffering now, right now, beauty? You're a liar. You're gone. All of it. What a dumb bitch. You sound a bit like how my parents were with me growing up. This is a bit whacked. I love it. Yeah, Renee is awesome. She has been through it and still has a sense of humor. You should come to her channel. No gossip, no drama. She just makes me laugh. Emily, did you see my son texting me the other night talking about splashing people in the Durango? I'm a horrible mom. Is she now deleting her messages? Does Penny also got my Miss Cinderella, the one who claimed she was going to give 2,500 to Mama Bear, but then changed her mind? Yeah, that's her. That's her. That's the one who gave me $500. I mean, she gave it in different increments. And she's telling people that I asked for it, which is a fucking lie. I asked for $50 to pay bills because she told me, ask me anytime. She promised me all kinds of stuff that never happened, which is fine. But now she is, she sent messages out saying, call Marla's mom. She's listed. She pays all of Marla's bills. Marla hasn't had a vehicle since she's been in prison. Um, her, I mean, her vocabulary and her spelling and her grammar were all over the place. So I'm not really sure what she was saying or what state she was in when she wrote all this. But she said that she gave me money to go buy vegetables at my own community garden, and then I stole from them the next night or thereafter. She said that my teaching wall that I have, which is not just a wall, it's a whole room. It's a sunroom, was my mother's extra bedroom. I mean, cuckoo. She acts like she knows me, that she's been to my house, or that she knows anything about me. Ridiculous. Yes, PAK. I don't know what's wrong with you and why you're 55 years old and acting like this still, but it's been a pattern in your life for a while. I've done some research on you, so just go away kindly. Stop leaving crazy messages. Leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. Oh, I don't know whether she gave the money or not, but yeah, she definitely claimed that she was going to give her the money. Right. Your money, your business. I mean, you just saw her right now say that she said that I asked for all of that money. Well, you're smart, Michelle. Oh, Sin City, I want you to babysit me, honey. We'd have a blast. No, I don't know Kermit the Frog. I don't know that screen name. What's going on with him? I believe she did a video saying she raised the money she get for her teeth fixed, so why hasn't she done that yet? Terry, I don't know, honey. I don't know. I really am not watching her now. The only thing I know about her are like little clips that I get on Twitter or something sent to me. What I heard is that she has to go to an oral surgeon for that tooth that she keeps digging at, that she tried to do her own surgery on. But I don't know if she's done anything since then. I really don't know. Oh, she is an amazing mama. Oh, that's sweet, Renee. That says so much about you as a mama. Renee, let me ask you, honey, with your type of pain, what have you found to be what works the best for you? Some women are very jealous because she is honest beauty. Oh, well, thank you, Mango. I don't even want to say that out loud. I'm not doing anything. What's the problem? I don't know. I didn't see that there was a problem. RDU, Raleigh Durham. It's called International, but I don't know what the U stands for, but it's Raleigh Durham. RDU. You have chronic fatigue syndrome, fibro, and lupus. For me, I get by on aspirin most days and CBD on bad days with kratom. I tried kratom. It didn't work for me. I mean, my pain is so big. I've tried everything. I've tried stones. I've tried electric tensing. I've tried shots, cortisone, acupuncture, um, kratom, lyrica, tegretol, all kinds of medications, all kinds of therapies. It's just so, I wouldn't complain if it was just like a small pain. I would just be like, okay, there it is. I used to have nerve damage in my shoulder. It hurt all the time, but I could tolerate it. It was in a small spot, and it eventually kind of would settle down. It didn't bother my sleeping, so I didn't ever complain about it. But this is like, I don't know what I'm trying to convince y'all of, but you either believe me or you don't, I guess is what I'm saying. Yes, tramadol does work for me, Michelle. That's one thing that I've been able to take that does work for me. And it's not, it doesn't, it's not, doesn't, it kind of mimics um, opiates, but it doesn't trigger your brain in the same way. I'm sure there are some kind of withdrawals, but nothing compared to opiate withdrawals. So, yes, it didn't touch your pain. Oh, Michelle, I didn't even know you were in pain, honey. What type of pain do you have? I'm so sorry I haven't asked that. Well, Beauty in the diabetes, they should. Hey, sweetheart, I like your new name. I'm so sorry, honey, because that would really, if it would work for you, my problem is I need just a little bit more. And I'm at the top limit, which is 8 pills a day. I think you can go higher, but that's kind of the recommended limit, and I really need like 10 a day to really make it. I'm so sorry, Beauty. Oh, well, maybe that's why. Renee, maybe I need to try that again, honey. There's my Amanda Love. How are you doing today, sweetheart? Are you recovered from all this bullshit? Yeah, I do have a high pain tolerance, but oh, you do, Michelle? I'm so sorry, honey. That's probably why you're so understanding of other people, though. 6 tablespoons. Oh, okay. And it's let's see, I know there's different colors. Is it the green that's for pain? No, it's the red. It's the red, isn't it? Well, that's kind of like Neurontin. As soon as I start talking about my issues 10 years ago, they prescribed Neurontin. Well, not right away, but eventually they did. And it didn't work for me, but they weren't giving me enough. Right now I'm at the highest level, and I can't basically, I mean, I really need that. So, I wouldn't want to say I can't live without it. I hate to say that, but it does make a huge difference. But I had to get to that point before it actually started helping me. Oh, okay. Well, Renee, aren't you? I saw the other day when I was looking up your channel that you did a whole stream about that. I'll have to go re listen to that. What did Mel say? I have a lot of pain and also have a high pain tolerance. I use a slow release tramadol, 200 milligrams, 2 times a day. Okay, well, does that work for you? That's great if that works for you. You couldn't take gabapentin. It makes you very tired. It makes you gain weight, which is just wonderful, but I have to take it. I mean, I shouldn't say I have to. Right now I have to. I hope that maybe I can get off of it. I know Amanda has to take that too. She's got a lot of pain. And you wouldn't know it. She never complains about it. She's just a doll baby. Erin, I don't think I had you blocked, honey. I've never seen you before. Yeah. Well, good, Mel. That's great. It didn't do anything for you, Snowy. Well, honestly, Renee, I'm only taking the Suboxone for pain. It's not like I need it for opiate blockers. It's been years, years since I've needed it for that reason. But it does help me with pain, but there's a lot of negative side effects to it too. So, just like the Neurontin, I would love to get off that. I would love to get off I could easily get off the Suboxone. I've done it many times for surgery reasons, and I'm lucky I don't have any withdrawals. And if I do, that's what I mean. For me to say that withdrawals from opiates is fucking hell on earth, I mean that because it doesn't even faze me to come off of Suboxone. It doesn't even faze me. Okay, Renee, that sounds perfect. Are we friends on Twitter? How can I get in touch with you, Angel? Oh, you are? Okay, yeah. I would love to know about your experience with that. Renee, I'm Swami Ninja. If I could type it in the chat, I would. I sent you a pic of the little one the other day. Where did you send? Hey, Stephanie. Where did you send that, Renee? My brain gets clustered. I don't know if you're on Facebook or Twitter, but tell me how I can get in touch with you. Stephanie, yeah, I actually have one right around the corner. I need to go to it. I'm not sure if they have. It's not a smoke shop. It's a literal vape shop. So I'm not sure if they have it there. But I've actually used it before. A friend had it, and but Renee said I might not have taken enough. That I would have to take like 6 tablespoons worth, because I mean my level is so high. On Twitter. Okay. Thank you, Renee. I'll look for you, Angel. Stephanie, you did a rock ass awesome job of supporting your beautiful friend Amanda. This is what YouTube is all about, in my opinion. Friendships made. And I said, the broke people are the people you can trust because Amanda and Stephanie, you two I would trust you with my life. I really would. These girls are true blue. They really are. I have nothing bad to say about them at all. They're beautiful people. They're honest. They're hardworking. They both dealt with addiction issues, which I think makes them a beautifully stronger person on the other side. I just trust them with my life. And to see Stephanie stick up for her friend, and I wish I did a better job of that. I would have been there more. But I just, there's no excuse. I'm just trying to stay away from YouTube a little bit. But yes, I've made some beautiful, yeah, broke bitch. You can trust the broke bitches. But what, in my opinion, what Farrah did to Amanda was cruel, was manipulative. I mean, I know that this platform draws people who are lonely, who need friendships, and that's why you see people like Jamie. I'm just going to say her name because she was spitting out my name the other day. Going from group to group to group, people that she's hated on, talked badly about for years, and now she's finally suddenly friends with them because friendship is the most important thing to her. She wants to be a part of a community. But to throw somebody under the bus in such a brutal way, to talk to the monster who you know is going to twist and turn and spit that information out, you know that. Why? Why? Why would she do that? And to embellish things in such a way that made Amanda look bad is awful. And Amanda already has people just like I do ready to jump down her throat and hate her. And that just gives them fuel. That's awesome. I've heard a lot of people say that they were able to quit smoking when they were pregnant. Either they didn't like the smell or the taste bothered them, or they just wanted, instantly they had that maternal instinct that they wanted to protect their baby. Stephanie says, I've had the same friends since I started YouTube, and I've made some new ones, but I'm still friends with everyone I've always been friends with except for Savage. Yep. Yep. And I know you're really close with Crystal, who I adore. Crystal is awesome. Yeah, I had no idea what pocket letters were till somebody introduced. I still don't quite know what they are. But they were big there for a while. People kept talking about pocket letters, and I was like, what the hell is that? Hey, Kat. I've gone through medical stuff with my heart. Got married 2 weeks ago. Back to paranormal. You go, baby girl. Congratulations. Oh, that makes me so happy. So Renee and Stephanie got to be friends. Oh, you all are very similar. You're really strong, really pretty women that, don't take any bullshit. There's a lot in common. Some people that are obsessed with that same people and talk about them over and over. So those people will always be at war. For me, I don't bring anyone up if I can. Yep, you're smart, Stephanie. Finally, I think collectively we've all forgotten about that one person. Like nobody really talking about her, bringing her up. If they do, it's just a small little tidbit. Simply Coastal, my doll baby, how are you? But for the most part, she's like dead to us, living her own life. Hopefully she'll find a new community, and I think that's a beautiful thing. It finally worked. I believe people lies about her and never liked her. I apologize for not giving her a chance. Oh, well, see, that's what I love about people who are willing to admit that they were wrong and to be bold enough to say, I was wrong, I'm sorry, and to give her a chance. I love that. It shows that you've experienced a lot in life. The humility it takes to be able to say, I'm sorry, like truthfully, I'm sorry, I was wrong, means that you've underwent a lot of experiences in your life. And I think that that's the type of people I want to surround myself with. The black and white people, the Lindas of the community who are full of hate and jealousy and see things one way. You're either black or you're white. No, but I don't mean that, color basis, obviously, but just that have no sense of, I don't know, understanding, discretion, humility, all those kind of things. If I consider someone my friend, I guarantee you I'm not talking about you when you're not around. Exactly, Stephanie. And I trust you 100%, and I know you trust me. I've never done that to you. Unlike Pharaoh, who talks shit about my friend to the devil. Well, that's the best way to put it. That's the best way to put it. Why are you going to talk shit about your friend behind your back, especially to the devil? I do apologize to my fellow YouTubers, but if they don't hear and see, I'm not just saying it, but then follow through when they're not worth it. Yeah, Renee's really good about that. She does. She's got a really cute channel that she just. Well, I mean, she's had a channel forever, but she's starting this like midday laughter, fun, no drama little segment, and it's great. I know. Amanda is so sweet. I just hate that happened. I mean, of all people, why are you gonna want to fucking pick on Amanda? Pick on me, you know? Amanda's a sugar pie. I give 3 strikes, you're out. Well, you're better than me. I don't give that many strikes. I give maybe 1.5. Simply Coastal, are you on Twitter? I need Rosie's address and thought maybe you would know where I could send her a card. I know that I thought the same thing too, Aaron. You can get it off of Uber's stream that she did with Rosie on that, if it's still on there, or you could, I know you can definitely message Uber and she'll have it. I don't know about Simply Coastal. Because Amanda is the easy target, they see her as weak, but she held her own last night. I was proud. I saw a little bit of that. I heard that eventually Farrah caved. Is that true? It doesn't even matter. I don't even need to know. People love to be pissed off. I don't. I like to be happy. No. I almost killed my ex. I was almost killed by my ex. I feel so bad. I thought that with him gone, I'd get my daughters, but I guess not. Oh, Snowy? That sounds like a very intense situation. So where are your daughters now, honey? See, people aren't, we don't even know that people on this, that come to our streams, a lot of them are in so much emotional pain, physical pain, all kinds of situations that bring somebody to YouTube. Fair cried and lied, and I'm sure Amanda will forgive her, but I don't buy a second of Fair's tears, no. I saw her begging for her drink and trying to show her man and then telling her man to get away, show her man, telling her man to get away. I was like, damn, I would never, I don't know, I'm not going to say anything. I give people one chance, and if they piss me off, I keep it moving. There's too many people in the world to stress out over one. You're exactly right. Hey, coal mining mama, if you need help for the surgery, I can help and would be glad to. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's coming up. I'm going to go to the lake one more time before my surgery, and then I got to really realize it's coming up. Snowy, I'm so sorry you're going through that, honey, says Stephanie. That was really sweet of you, coal mining. Oh, we killed your guinea pig. Anybody who kills animals will not stop there. That is a violent human being. Run far from. I didn't miss anything. Good. I was kind of shocked that Farrah said she was 41. I was like, I don't know why I thought she was so much older. I mean, I guess she doesn't look that much older, but she just sounds so much older. Oh, Snowy, why don't you have any real life friends? Animals are kids. Those people need to just stop breathing. Well, that's a good way to put it, Renee. Oh, I'm sorry, Snowy. He probably prevented you from having friends, didn't he? Yeah, her voice sounds way older. Like I thought she was an older lady. Stephanie Brown, I'm still planning on going. I have to gather some funds, get the car serviced, and set a date. Where are you going? Oh, you're going to see um, Rosie, and let me know if the route drives through Raleigh, because I don't want to put you further out. But if you do come close to Raleigh, I'll hop a ride with you for sure. Or maybe I'll have a vehicle by then. I'll let y'all know. I've been praying about this, but y'all let me know if you think this is a really bad idea. You know, I've been very, very embarrassed to share the fact that I don't have a vehicle. And what happened was is I shared that with that Penny lady, and I asked her not to say that to anybody because it's embarrassing at my age that I don't have a vehicle anymore. And she went and she told B, she told Randy, she told anybody she could. And it really hurt me and embarrassed me. And now I'm like, well, damn, if she put it out there, I'm going to put it out there. And I might be trying to raise a little bit of money so that I can maybe have a vehicle. Do y'all think that's a horrible idea? Is that, should I just like, no, I don't want to do like a big, tax the community, but just put it out there that any money would be going towards that. Because, I mean, she put it out there trying to humiliate me, and I might as well own it. Yeah. You think so, Simply Coastal? I'll try to do it in a really humble way, but she really embarrassed me and humiliated me, and I want to turn it around to be a positive thing and say, ha ha ha. Yeah, I don't want to stress anybody out or anything or make it a big deal. I was trying to think of something I could do to auction off my own items. Like, I was looking into sending, one thing that I do is I have like award winning, I'm being serious, like award winning chicken salad. Making that and sending it, or having people over for dinner, or something that I could auction off, so I could give back. And I don't have that many talents, but I can cook. So anyway, I'm just thinking about it. Oh, I love that, Renee. You are precious to offer that, honey. Oh, Snowy, it sounds like you need some help. Maybe you could do a little bit of a GoFundMe. I would love to support you, even if it's just $5. Snowy, let me know, honey, what it is that you need, and I will definitely advertise a GoFundMe for you. Because it sounds like you're really, I don't know you, but I support and love everybody. And if you're truly in need and want to set up a GoFundMe, I will definitely support you, and I'll advertise it for you. Oh, okay. Well, Renee, I'll get you my phone number because I'm a big texter. Sounds good. Oh, your sweet babies. What is your pet house, Snowy? I don't know if you can put it in here if you're not a mod. Let me see. Hold on for a minute. Oh, I'm on my phone, sweetheart. I can't do that. Got it. Yes, please, Stephanie. Okay. Renee, look out. Stephanie's texting me your phone number. What you gonna do now, Renee? I got your phone number. Isaac, Sam, Al, and Dexter. What's up? Oh my goodness, y'all are precious. Yay, thanks, Isaac. You rock. I like that name, Isaac. Stephanie Brown, I will let you know the date. I said August 11th. Rosie won't be home on Saturday. I have to travel on a Saturday. Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, if you, me, and Stephanie could all go together, come on, we'd have so much fun. I'll bring snacks. Yeah, I'll make my chicken salad and we'll have little snacks on the way. I texted my son, go tit. I meant got it. Oh, Renee. Yes, I'll definitely bring us snacks. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, that would be really fun. Tell me what town, well, never mind. We'll talk about that privately. Oh, are you in North Carolina, Aaron? Your birthday is on the 15th. I would love that. And if you can, if it's out of the way to get to me, I could have Mitchell. Oh yeah, maybe you could drop him off at my house, Asheville. Okay, well that's where I went to school, so I've driven that drive 100 times. It's just 40 west, straight ahead. Yeah, so I'm right off of 40. Stephanie, if you could come to my house and then we could all hop along. We could just talk shit the whole way. Hell yeah. Would that not be fun? And then go see Sweet Rosie. Y'all, sounds like a plan. Because I'm really close to 40, like 10 minutes away from 40. We can hop on, 40 West, straight ahead. Yeah, we can stream it. Hell yeah. Stephanie, you and me with the sexy Simply Coastal. Yes, Jenny. If we get to see Rosie, tell her we're backing her all the way. Oh my God, a cooler full of shrimp. Oh my God. I can make some homemade, not tartar sauce. What do you call it? Cocktail sauce. We can peel and eat some shrimp. Yum. Okay, let's really seriously plan on that. And anybody else who wants to come out, you'll have to grace us with your good time. Well, that's good enough, Steph. Maybe you could do a makeover on me. You're good at that. Renee, we're talking about going to see little Rosie. So Simply Coastal lives at the beach, and Rosie lives at basically in the mountains of North Carolina. And Stephanie and I are like in the middle, or one quarter of the way there. So we're talking about all meeting up and going together. How fun. Okay, y'all. Well, I love you guys. Um, Michelle, I'm going to get off and check my PayPal just to let you know, and I will check my. That's right. Never mind. You're on Twitter, so. Oh, okay. It's your halfway point. Perfect, perfect. Well, I'll have lunch for everybody ready. We'll have lunch, and then we can snack on shrimp the rest of the way. How fun! We'll get a little something for Rosie, a little packet. I'd like to get her some flowers and some maybe a plant instead of flowers. You know, flowers die. So like a pretty plant that she could plant in her yard, and like a comfy nightgown and bathrobe and something good to eat. That would be fun. We'll have to plan it, okay? Oh, hey, Bless. I got to get some sand dollars. I hear you, honey. Well, we could work that out, Simply Coastal. I'll take her some stolen veggies. Absolutely, that's what I do. Oh, good. Thank you, Stephanie. You're like the Miss Operator, aren't you? Oh, bless. Yeah, you could come too, sugar. You're not far away at all. All right, y'all. I need to get off for a minute. I think my butt's asleep. I love you guys. Y'all are precious to me. I don't care if I just have 4 people in here. I love you, love you, love you. Thank you for everything. Um, I will be on real soon again, okay? Thank you for encouraging me about the car thing. And thank you, Coachy. I can't pronounce any of that, but Birkenjock Z Monk Want Man. Oh, sorry. I'll be back again, okay? I love you guys.